Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up! I made this beautiful little box with products from Stampin' Up! I sell the products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I'll have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. Just click the links for the products to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! You'll see where to find all of that at the end of the video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. For this box, I'm actually going to focus on how to make your own custom box. I'll give you the specific directions for this one, but the methods really apply to any of our dies. I've used the Stitched Nested Labels dies. And also for the decorations, I've used Good Morning Magnolia and Magnolia Memories dies. For the box itself, you'll need 4 dies. I use the number 2 from the Stitched Nested dies. For this box, you will need 2 strips, 2.5 by 8. These are really too long, but I wanted to give myself extra length. And you will also need 2 strips that are 8 inches by 1.25. You're going to start by trimming just like a hair's width around all the sides. You're actually cutting off the thickness of a piece of cardstock. Now don't drive yourself crazy by measuring it. You just want to get a really thin piece. And then we're going to carefully measure off from the left side. I want to measure exactly where the corners are. So I'm starting from this corner, from the point, and measuring exactly where those corners are. You need 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and this is where we're going to trim it. And then I'm trimming the ends off of that so that I've got plenty of overlap. And I would also like to score it 1/2 inch up. And so if I were doing an all-over design, I would probably wait for any scoring until after I'd done all my stamping. And I can mark this other piece at the same places. So this long section here is going to be here, and so I'm going to do this stamping. And I'm using gray granite ink. And so I want to have it centered about here. And now I'm going to go ahead and score on those lines. And this bottom part will be hidden, so I don't need to worry about those marks. We want to keep these the same, and of course we could stamp on this one as well if we wanted the design in the back too. And we want to trim off this bottom corner from both of these. So then we're going to put tear and tape across right next to that crease. Again, making sure that these are the same. I want to put adhesive on the back of this side. And we also want to put adhesive all the way across here. Okay. We want to be sure that this piece goes on top. So I'm pulling off the tear and tape backing. just on the end pieces, and we're going to put those together. And then we can use the bone folder to crease all of those score lines. And we're going to snip these corners here to make little tabs. Okay, now we're going to take that trimmed die piece, and there is kind of a front and a back to it. This is going to have the front part inside the box going this way. So we want to remove the inside piece of this and glue it, match up those corners, and adhere it like so. Okay, so that's easy to match up the corners. And then we can match up these corners. And I'm looking like, it looks like I need to trim just a little bit more here. And now I'm going to take off this strip all the way around and put a full one with the front side to the bottom. And I do want to kind of try and make sure that these are lined up. And that's the box bottom. Of course, you can make this any size. I did 2.5, so if you did a 2, you'd have a shorter box. You could do a taller box, totally up to you. For the top, I'm going to go ahead and score at 1.5 inch again. And for this, we want to start, now this side is doubled, so I'm going to start with the 1/2 inch on the top, and I'm going to go this way. And I'm just going to kind of fold it and get a little bit of a crease. And that's where I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to cut these the same. And I'll go ahead and just use my snips to cut those. And I want to cut that square again, and I've got these kind of on top of each other, cutting them both at the same time. This time I'm only going to put the adhesive on one end. Okay, and now I'm going to wrap again. You know, I should probably go ahead and put the adhesive on this end. So again, this is the side that doesn't already have a double edge. I'm going to wrap around. And I want to be sure and have the seam here. And I didn't want to put a hard crease in case we need to kind of adjust a little bit here. I want it tight enough so that the top stays snug, but not so tight that we can't get the top off. And then what I can do is pull it off and then and then crease with my bone folder to get those nice creases. Now, it's going to be easy to put the adhesive on the outside of this, and probably I should have thought about putting the adhesive on the inside first, but of course I didn't. But what I can do is go ahead and snip one end. And then fold this up and put the adhesive on the inside. And then I can wedge those other corners. And I'm going to put the top part on, I think, first. I want to kind of make sure that this does fit my box still. And now for these flaps, I need to kind of reach in and pull the backing off. So I'm kind of folding it back. And then before I put the inside one in, I'm going to dry fit, and this does look like I need to trim it a little bit. Then pull off the backings from inside. And drop this piece in. For the decoration, I stamped the large flower from Good Morning Magnolia, and then I colored it in with Stampin' Blends using Soft Seafoam and Petal Pink. Then I cut out that image with the large die, and then I also used these 3 different flower petals and the 2 flower centers. I cut those all out with from Thick Whisper White cardstock and colored those. And then I kind of curled them up a little bit. You can use the same technique for any of our regular shaped dies. Here's one that I made with the oval. Of course, there's no corners on the oval to measure out. So I've got adhesive on both sides again, tear and tape. And then I'm going to start a little bit past the center of the oval and then work my way around. You can use this for the stars, really any of our basic shapes. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Under Shop, I have tips for online shopping, frequent shopping rewards, and products I offer to help you stay organized. I offer a cardstock sampler, taggers to help you identify those dies with lots of similar shapes, heavy-duty bags to store 12 by 12 and 6 by 6 paper, a replacement tip for the fine tip glue pen in case yours gets clogged, and a bow maker. Share my Evernote notebook of current products for a nominal contribution. It functions as a fully searchable catalog. Inspiration takes you to all my projects. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, what's special about Stampin' Up! Stamps, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, a practically free stamp pad storage solution, a basic toolkit, as well as a compact desktop toolbox, and lots of color charts. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for crafting. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or grow a business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on YouTube. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye.